Hello and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of beautiful Scorpio for the month of September. Please remember that this is a general reading. There may be some parts that do not resonate. Please take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest. You may also want to check out your other signs. Also, I've already meditated on the cards. I've already shuffled the cards. And this is the spread that I have for you today, Scorpio, for the month of September. In the past position, we have the High Priestess, clarified by the King of Swords. We've got the Five of Pentacles in the obstacle position, clarified by the Lovers, the Devil in the present position, clarified by the World, and of course the Page of Wands as a future outcome position, clarified by the Knight of Swords. In the past position, we've got the High Priestess, which is generally a card that is all about wisdom. It's about kind of wanting to know information, wanting to possess a lot of knowledge. It's also a card of common sense, a very balanced card, doesn't kind of force events to happen. This is a card of intuition. This is a card of duality. As you can see, you've got a black column and a white column as well. This person is aware of the world and how things work in the world. And so the High Priestess suggests to me that in the past, you allowed the situation or maybe different scenarios to play out, and you used it to your advantage as well. The King of Swords, of course, is a very analytical person, very intellectual person, very rational person. He is also, a little bit cold because he does not have a lot of empathy. He's someone who is very much head over heart. He's not the, most compassionate person. And to me, the combination could mean a few different things. The King of Swords is not the best card for love. It's an amazing card for career, however. The High Priestess is a card that is all about tolerance. It's a card that suggests you are going to take change or some kind of transformative experience and make it kind of to your advantage. So the combination here to me suggests that there was something in the past, a situation from which you learned a lot because you allowed it to play out. You didn't force any events. You just sort of allowed things to unfold naturally, and that provided a lot of clarity for you. It also kind of gave you that intellectual support. It could be that you were successful at some endeavor in the past, most likely work related, but it kind of cost you emotionally because you were so focused on the execution and making sure that the result is success that you could have kind of neglected people that loved you or love you, like family, friends, people that bring that warm feeling into our lives. Definitely a very kind of rational combination, very precise, very exact, very, almost perfect, very kind of a situation that you masterfully handled. And you rely on that experience and you draw strength from that experience very, very much. In the challenging obstacle position, we've got the Five of Pentacles and the Lovers. The Five of Pentacles to some people immediately kind of is a scary card because it means financial constraints, it means financial ruin, it means poverty, loss of a job, loss of employment, loss of income, because these people are, of course, left out in the cold. What's interesting is that it's also a promising card because they're right next to a church, or most people describe that this window is a church-like window, and all they need to do is, they're literally right next to shelter. All they need to do is knock. But that, that does not mean that some of you will have that experience. For some of you, it could just be that you are feeling lonely. Maybe you're feeling less confident about something. Maybe something didn't turn out as you expected in the recent weeks or in the recent months. Maybe you had a bit of a disappointment. And so you feel kind of withdrawn to yourself. You feel preoccupied with how you feel on the inside. The pentacles is usually a good sign of financial things to come, but it's also earth energy, solid energy, ground energy. It doesn't necessarily doesn't necessarily have to be a terrible obstacle. It could be that there is an opportunity right around the corner, or perhaps even right in front of you. You do, however, have to be thorough and detailed about what that opportunity may be. You have to make sure that you check all the fine print. You have to be strong enough to, ask questions to make sure you clarify the situation, so that you have a very, very clear understanding of what that opportunity actually is. But for most of you, it's just going to be a little bit of a period where you feel lonely, and a little bit of a period where you feel kind of isolated or withdrawn. The Lovers is usually a positive card, but in the obstacle position, it suggests that you may have some kind of a conflict. You may feel some kind of a conflict inside of you that's kind of eating you up inside, and you are kind of not knowing how to fix it. Maybe you're trying to fix it on your own, and it's not going the way you want it to go. I mean, it's definitely, the Lovers in the negative position is not good for your love life. I mean, it presents problems. It creates misunderstandings, miscommunications, bad feelings, resentment, all those unpleasant things. It could be that your partner, the person that you love very much, is preoccupied with someone else, or has, even if it's a hobby, maybe the person that you love and you're looking toward is not paying as much attention to you. So it makes you feel like you are cold, like you're isolated, you're not receiving the amount of love and the amount of support, to feel kind of your happy self. In the present position, we've got the Devil, and it's clarified by the World. The Devil, for most of you, it's going to represent fear. There's something that is holding you back. There's something that you want, perhaps in your professional life or in your home life, but you're afraid of being judged. You're afraid of getting a reaction that you don't want to get. There's something that you want to do. There's something that you want to pursue, but something is stopping you. Maybe it's lack of belief in yourself. Maybe it's sometimes people have not as much experience, and so they kind of put themselves down, when in fact it's actually a perfect time to see what's out there, because there's a lot of opportunity. But the Devil, it could be, self-destructive behavior, addiction. It could be temptation to do something you should not do. It could be greed. It could be toxic feelings. It could be just unhealthy, way you speak to yourself or you treat yourself. It's very important to treat yourself with kindness. We're not talking sort of about, inauthentic kindness, but kindness where if you treat someone else nicely, treat yourself nicely, not, spoiling or anything like that. But the World is generally a very positive card. It's a card of completion. It's a card of learning, coming full circle, achieving the success that it brings, when you complete a cycle. So it's a very positive card, and it's interesting to me that that it's paired with the devil. It could mean several different things. For example, maybe you have achieved success at something, but it is not, what you expected it to be. Maybe you're, while achieving what you wanted, realized that, it's even, it presents a whole new host of problems. And so you're feeling maybe a little bit stuck and not knowing what to do next and how to progress. Maybe not having enough clarity, maybe not having enough support or direction. Definitely, there's something that maybe makes you feel like you are trapped. In the future outcome position, we have the Page of Wands clarified by the Knight of Swords. Not the best combination, the pair of this, because the Page of Wands is facing one way and the Knight of Swords is facing another way, and generally they don't really get along. In fact, this is pretty much like I feel very combative energy between these people. One person is a little bit naive and is wanting to be sort of the center of attention maybe, whereas the other person is kind of aggressive and knows what they want and are very clear, moving in that specific direction. So to me, it could suggest there could be a collaboration at work with someone that you're butting heads with. Maybe there's some kind of energy. There's definitely some kind of energy either in your home or in your day-to-day activities where you are not agreeing with someone else, and maybe you are trying to work together, maybe you are trying to achieve a common goal, but unfortunately it's not going as well as you would like it to go. Definitely the Page of Wands, it could be also some good news coming, but the Knight of Swords could be some bad news coming. So it could be that you're getting a lot of communication in September that is kind of one day it's everything is going well, the next day things are falling apart. So it's definitely a little bit of a testing time that's going to happen to you in the month of September, but I think that for the most part it will be quite generally positive. Let's see if we can clarify some of this with the 3 energy oracle cards that I pulled, and they are, we've got Magician in the Mirror, so manifest your dreams. We've got Envy, a little bit of jealousy, and Door to Spirit. It's interesting that someone in your circle could be, and the Envy is directly related to, of course, the devil, because that can also be, kind of toxic and whatnot. So definitely negative, low vibration energy that you might want to try to move away from. The Envy card is a card of dissatisfaction, shows a woman holding a huge pearl in one hand and platter of coins and pearls in the other. She stands in a silver room looking out at a golden city on the horizon. She has a life of value already, but she ignores that and longs for the shining prosperity she sees elsewhere. Instead of feeling happy where she is, her desire for more money only causes a deep sense of lack and dissatisfaction. This card is telling you to let go of jealousy and acknowledge the blessings you already have in your life. And acknowledge the blessings you already have in your life. Now's the time to shift your focus. After all, when you envy others, it only attracts more to them, not you, which is definitely something that is important to remember. When you feel jealous, you're helping the person that you're feeling jealous of. But definitely there's a little bit of toxic energy, especially with this devil, that brings kind of negativity around to distract you, to take you away from the direction you were supposed to be moving in. It kind of, it's an illusion. It's some something that is, not real or doesn't lead anywhere, that is kind of blocking your way. You're allowing something to, maybe it's just the way you're thinking. Maybe you are not as, confident. Maybe you're lacking a little bit of confidence, which of course is all in how you think about the world. Even, there are people that I've known that had very, very little, but the amount of confidence was just amazing, and it changes your perspective. It changes how you see the person, and it's all about making sure that you meditate, making sure that you literally realize that every thought you have in your head has weight, has impact on your actions, on what you do, on how you say hello or goodbye, on how you interact, even the most monotonous interaction on a daily basis. Making sure that you have positive thoughts. And it's tiring to control your own thoughts. It's tiring to remind yourself, oh, I'm going off in the wrong direction, I have to get back to positivity. But positivity is what is going to help you get to your dreams. And it's hard work, thinking positive. It's definitely not easy. It takes effort, it takes discipline, it takes consistency. So definitely, it's very, very useful. The Magician is a card that is a message from the divine that says you need to really focus on what you want to manifest your dream. The card represents the culmination of your personal and spiritual power. It's a very beneficial card in telling you that you are the magician, and within your grasp are the amazing forces of earth and spirit. The water is the energy of yin, the power of spirit and clarity of thought. The flame is the energy of yang, bringing direction and creativity together. They give you the magnificent magic of transformation. And honestly, the transformation begins with your thoughts. And you don't even have to kind of do that much. As long as you monitor your thoughts and steer them in the positive direction, you will continuously succeed, which will make you feel incredibly confident in your abilities, in your skills, and it will make you, definitely a very powerful person. The door to spirit it opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity. This door opens only onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Let's see if we can clarify some of these cards with the 3 answers from angel cards. And it says ask for help from others, wait, and remain positive. I mean, this is amazing. This is definitely amazing. Remain positive, which can be definitely very difficult to do, especially if you are going through challenging times. And the wait card is just about a universe telling you that everything is realigning itself in order for you to have the most successful outcome you can have. So that does require patience, and of course make sure that you don't isolate yourself from others. Make sure that you reach out, make sure that you talk to people, make sure that even if you don't feel your super confident self, it's still important to reach out and ask for support. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting, and I will see you next time.